You're watching the Bloomberg Law Bankruptcy Review. I'm Lee Pacchia. I'm joined now, as always, by Bloomberg News bankruptcy columnist Bill Rochelle. Be sure to check out his daily bankruptcy column, available on BloombergLaw.com, and it's also on the Bloomberg Terminal. We have an update on MF Global. The customers apparently have something else to be upset about. The MF Global directors and officers want to use the D&O insurance policy in order to pay for legal fees, something to the tune of $30 million. Everyone's understandably upset about this. Bill, how is this going to play out?
Well, I think it's going to play out like it does in most of the cases. You know, this is a horrible situation. The investors here in MF Global, the commodity customers, are out of pocket some $1.6 billion.
Right.
So I don't begrudge them the least in being upset about pretty much everything that happens. I mean, among other things, Lee, we're now nearly 6 months into this case, and we and the public and the customers haven't been told, where's the money? Mm-hmm. You know, has it been found? And if it has been found, can it be brought back? That's insult enough, but yesterday, the bankruptcy judge made a ruling, which I'm sad to say I think is correct, but I think will also nonetheless annoy customers. Here's the deal. MF Global had, let's call it $225 million of directors and officers liability insurance and another $150 million of errors and omissions insurance. Customers have been pleading with the bankruptcy judge basically to make the insurance company pay that over to MF Global right away to pay off their losses. Now, I grant you that is a laudable goal, but sad to say, it is not what the insurance policies say, and for that matter, it's not the way bankruptcy courts and bankruptcy law is interpreted in this circumstance. What the bankruptcy judge said here was that although this policy may be owned by MF Global isn't automatically entitled to the proceeds because the people who are insured are the directors and officers. And this is what sticks in the craw of the customers, because they believe that people like John Corzine, the former chief executive, and the other high-level officers were at a minimum asleep at the switch when this money disappeared. And they really cannot see why on God's earth those directors and officers should be able to use up any of that D&O coverage to defend themselves. But, you know, sad to say, that's what the law is all about.
Nothing's been proven yet. It's all speculation at this point.
That's exactly right. Until it is proven what the Sam Hill actually happened here, these officers, by contract, are entitled to pay their defense costs out of the D&O policy, and that's exactly what the bankruptcy judge is allowing them to do. Granted, the result of this is going to be that every dollar that gets spent on the defense of Mr. Corzine and his brother and sister officers is going to be a dollar that the offended customers are never going to see. But, you know, sometimes life just doesn't seem to be fair. And the law doesn't seem to be fair, and that's what the situation here is.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of these lessons embodied in this case, unfortunately. Well, life just isn't fair.
You know, what it comes down to, Lee, is at the end of the day, the legal system that goes all the way back to England is not something ad hoc, where we dream up a new rule every time we have a new case based on what seems to be the right thing to do. This is a result that really is commanded by contracts and by law, both state and federal law. And, you know, you sometimes just got to interpret the law and enforce it the way it is, because otherwise we don't live in a country that's governed by laws, rather a country that would be governed by emotion.
All right, well, Bill, thanks for that. That's Bloomberg News bankruptcy columnist Bill Rochelle. If you'd like to learn more about the case and issue we just discussed, be sure to check out Bill's column. It's available on BloombergLaw.com and also on the Bloomberg Terminal. You can also see more of our videos on this topic on YouTube and follow our updates on Twitter. I'm Lee Pacchia. Thanks for watching.